lot of you guys already know about this. This was a story that broke last night, or yesterday, out there in California, and this is huge news. Because what it does is it shows that there is a company with ball sack, or at very least it may be a starting point. It's going to be an avalanche domino effect, if you will. I don't know. But yesterday, as in the day before I recorded this, we heard that In-N-Out is, of course, having some legal issues with the city of San Francisco, because what they did was say that basically they weren't enforcing these sort of passport rules that they had regarding vaccinations. And now, because of that, they are closed. I think you can't go in. I think they can still deliver. And I don't know if drive-through is still in, but you can't go in because of that. But In-N-Out, the reason why this is so important is because In-N-Out, they didn't shy away from what it is that they were doing and why it was that they were doing it. And I think that's the most important out of this story. The words are here, and this is coming directly from Amy Wensinger, who is the chief legal and business officer for In-N-Out. So this is why this story is so important. It's because it's not just being something told, or we have to kind of speculate what it is, or the company's trying to cover it up, kind of what they did with Southwest when there's something going on. No, they told you exactly what it was. And, excuse me, not Amy, Arnie Wensinger. And he says, this is the whole quote. We officially disagree with any government dictate that forces a private company to discriminate against customers who choose to patronize their business. This is a clear governmental overreach and is intrusive, improper, and offensive. The reason why that's important is because they didn't shy away from it. Okay? They said, okay, this bullshit's going on. We don't like it. Obviously not enforcing it, which is why this became a thing in the first place. And then they told you precisely why they're not doing it. And this is a big chain here, right? I know in California, it's like the equivalent to, I don't know, Whataburger in Texas. So it's a big chain. And what happens of this, who knows? I'd imagine that California, definitely considering what happened, failed kind of recall effort there. A lot of these guys, London Breeds of the world, who was she the mayor of San Francisco, they feel emboldened now to do whatever the hell they want, no matter how tyrannical this governmental sort of mandates are. And I'd imagine that these guys are now looking maybe to alternatives. And I don't like for this to happen, but I like for it to happen, if that makes sense. Because what may end up happening is that, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, I don't know, but let's just for the sake of conversation, theorize. If In-N-Out moves out of California, their headquarters, which I believe are out of California, though there are some obviously In-N-Outs in other states. But what if they removed it, moved to like Tennessee, Florida, Texas, something like that? Texas may be probably the closest in terms of a state that's allowing people to do what they want to do. That will be a huge, huge deal, okay? Because this is, obviously, there's going to be less money for the state of California, for sure. Now, the reason why I wouldn't like to hear that sort of stuff is that that's job opportunities and all that that's going to be lost. And it's not at the fault of In-N-Out. It's at the fault of the government and the state and the local governments that want to, they think, well, and it's because they are, aside from any sort of legal, or not illegal, more economic consequence to anything that they had. I said this on Tuesday night's main event. The worst people to come up with policies are folks that have no skin in the game, which is virtually any and every politician. No matter how much they claim they care, no matter how many babies they kiss, how many people they claim going door to door talking to, from any moronic bonehead decision that they make economically, they are basically shielded from it. Congress folk can vote for themselves raises in the event there's like inflationary issues. Like, they are, for the most part, largely shielded from any consequence from what it is that they are trying to implement or, successful in implementing that may cause some sort of economic turmoil. We see Walgreens leaving San Francisco because of like shoplifting issues, like little shit like that. It goes a long way, but it's not just Walgreens that is hurting per se. It's the people that work at Walgreens. It's the people that get their maybe medication from Walgreens. So it's little stuff like that again, the average politician is completely shielded from. Okay. So yeah, I hate to hear stories like this, but I love it considering the atmosphere or the times that we are living in, which, as the authoritarian left would say, these are unprecedented times. I do appreciate, though, the fact that, and I wish they were more ballsy and they would have said, fuck it, we remain open as well. But the fact that they're being open, bold with it, and just flat out saying this is not something that we support is very important. And hopefully it emboldens a lot of people that are in maybe the service industry, but in other industries as well, that are so chicken shit to go against these mandates because they think their bottom line is going to be hindered because of it, actually stand up and fight some shit instead of just spinning over and taking it. Goddamn it. We'll see what happens, but, and I'm not the biggest In-N-Out fan, but big shout out to In-N-Out for at least not only just taking a stand, being ballsy enough to say, you know what, we need you to understand why exactly it is that we're doing what it is that we're doing. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.